Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this evening. I am your little host this evening, Medium Joe. We're going to go through some rules and just explain how this works as we're going through this. But thank you for joining me. For those who don't know anything about me, my name's Joe. I've been doing this work now for near on 20 years. I've raised in the last bar from the COVID years about 16 grand for charity through this work. So I'm going to go through some readings tonight. I'm going to go directly to people. Okay. So as and when I ask for you to pop a comment on, I will be drawn to people's names. Okay. So when I'm reading for that person, you just keep the comments to a minimal. The other thing I need to say to you is that if you put in who you want me to communicate with in the comments, most likely I will ignore those comments because I want to try and be as evidential as possible. Okay. So when we do this work, it's always it's always an experiment. Okay. So if it's wrong, that's absolutely fine. I'd rather be wrong 100 times than go off information that's in the comments. Okay. So please don't put who you want me to connect with. Okay. I have a book on Amazon as well called Critical Mediumship if you're interested in reading my book. So we're going to go through this, and you can find my Facebook page. I think it's at MediumJoe1, but it's got a bridge in the background. So let's go through this, guys, and let's just start getting some comments on. Feel free to share this and engage. Let's get as many readings through as we can tonight, okay? So let's see who we can make a connection with. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right, I have to be careful as I jot these down. I think we shall go to, God, so many comments coming through. We shall go to Karen L. White. If we can speak to her first, please, guys. If you can just pop your comments, just as we're going through this, just prompt in the comments, and we will go back to and Karen, if you can just put through as you're connecting, if this would make sense to you, okay? Karen, I've got to talk about this gentleman that's stepping forward. So that we've got 3 individuals that are stepping forward. I've got this male figure that's stepping forward, which would be father for us. Okay, so I want to acknowledge this father figure that wants to be acknowledged. But I've got this other male that kind of put his arm around you. So we will chat about him in one moment. Okay. Instantly, Karen, as soon as I want to connect with you, they give me this sense of giving you this healing. They put your hands on the shoulders, and it's just about giving you this healing. So someone's suffering with arthritis at the moment. Someone's struggling with that in the shoulders. Okay. They take me to May, and it's either May the 6th or May the 16th. May the 6th, I actually think, is probably a significant date that they'd want me to reference, okay? So, Karen, as I'm connecting with you as well, we've got this mother figure that's stepping forward for us as well. So she would want acknowledging. So there's a mother figure in spirit and there's a father figure in spirit because they want me to acknowledge and reference those 2 people, okay? But interestingly, it's this male that comes and puts his arm around you, which kind of gets my attention straight away. So I can't see in the comments. I can't see. There was a slight comment there, which I just missed because we're just going so fast with the comments that are coming through. But so if you just pop in, if you understand that about mum and dad. But I've got this other male that that would want to connect, that kind of puts his arm around your shoulder. It feels like it would either be a brother figure or a partner figure. It would have to make sense in that way. This guy's got such a huge smile, and it's just like he gives me this big bear hug, and that sense of love and connection with him. Okay, so he wants me to acknowledge that reference there. So we've got father figure, we've got this mother figure, and we've got this other gentleman that is either like a brother figure or husband figure. That sort of connection is such an interesting chap. He talks to me about David as well, so he places that name here on the earth plane rather than spirit, but he'd want me to reference that connection as well. It's all about this healing. It's all about this sense of wanting to give healing to someone that's here. I know someone's got problems with their chest as well. So they make me think of my esophagus, and they make me think about this connection with my throat as well, as they want me to make that reference there as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. There's so much going on around you, so much spirit energy around you that they want me to acknowledge, Karen. They also say to me as well that someone's ring is broken as well. So I think someone's engagement ring, like the stone has fallen out from what I can gather. They talk to me about this ring that just... that needs repairing. So they want me to acknowledge that as well. Karen, there's so much spirit love around you that I can feel. They keep saying to me, take it to Australia, take it to Australia. So there's a sense around this family connection as well as we would think about Australia. So I'm going to leave their love with you, if that's okay. And I'm just going to say God bless. So let's get these comments coming back through. Let's see who we can make a connection with as well. We're going to, and just... I will try and get through as many people as I can, and we'll go quite quick this evening. But please, again, guys, don't put in the comments who you want me to connect with, because I'd rather go to people and get it wrong than go off information that's relevant there. Okay. So that's fine. And we'll just say very quickly to hi to a few people as well. So Lawrence, so Sarah Gill, so Mary Dixie, and Karen as well. So we'll keep saying hello to these people as well. But let's go to Chris Hughes next, shall we? If we could go to that name, please. So let me just find that. Let's go back. And just connect with Chris Hughes, if that's okay. So we're just going to make a reference there. Chris, instantly, that's fine. I've got this male figure that's stepping forward. So we're just going to work on mum's side of the family. I've got this grandfather figure that's stepping forward, okay? The reason I'm smiling is because he just conveys all this love and this connection with you, okay? Such a jovial, such a happy individual. That's absolutely fine, sir. He's laughing. And he says he knows about the issues with the fence, or he knows the issues about this fence that's been knocked down or blown down. But there's something about this fence that needs repairing that he's showing me that's been going on around us. Okay. And he also says to me that someone's got a new puppy in the family, or someone's planning to get this puppy. So he wants me to acknowledge this reference to this puppy connection that would be coming into the family. So I'd ask you to just reference that as well. And Chris, would you understand that on if we go across the dad's side of the family, that it's either uncle or father that would be in spirit as well, please? Because I've got this male that's stepping forward that just comes and just this big, strong presence around you that would want me to connect with you. And that's fine. We can chat about that in one moment. And Chris, he just interestingly says to me, well, Chris can sense us. Chris can see us. There's this sense that we're able to connect with spirit as well. Okay, so they'd want me to make that connection, that reference there as well. That's absolutely fine. So this father figure that's connecting with us, I just asked you to watch that puppy. I don't think it's you. I think it's someone else. It feels like it's a younger generation, but absolutely someone's getting this puppy. Just going back to what I want to say, this father figure, he does reference this strong connection with you and wanting to just pass on his conveyance to you and just say to him, we let him know I'm safe, let him know I'm around him, and let him know I'm watching over him. Okay. Interestingly, I'm not sure with this bit as I make this connection with you. I don't know if you're looking at a retirement plan or you're looking at changing job role, but there's something about this change in work that they'd want me to acknowledge there. And someone just said to me, we ask about the old car. So who, sir, who used to repair the old car, or who had this interest, this fascination with an older style car that they'd want to repair? Because they keep making that reference as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Okay. That's fine. That's quite an interesting gentleman to chat to. So, Chris, I'm going to leave their love with you, if that's right. It's that fatherly figure that I wanted to make a connection with straight away. And I'm just going to leave his love with you and just say God bless. So, guys, we're just going to continue, if that's okay, and just see who else we can make a connection with. That's fine. I'd like to maybe go to... fab. Okay, thank you so much, Chris. Really, really appreciate that. We'll get to Lauren next, if that's okay, from YouTube, if that's all right. So we can just go back up to that comment and just tag that. That'd be absolutely amazing. Thank you ever so much. Right, super easy and super quick message for you, Lauren, because this is about psychic work. This is about this connection with yourself and being able to do this work on a deep level. So whatever it's about, this sense that that's fine. How would we word this? About almost catapulting you into doing this work and wanting to connect and learn it and understand it. Okay, Lauren, as I make that connection with you as well, there is a younger male that steps forward around us that made transition to spirit tragically. So they want me to acknowledge this male, which is more likely to be a friend connection to him. I can just feel this sensation, this sadness saying, I shouldn't have gone. So he wants me to acknowledge that connection as well. So Lauren, I need you to understand and connect with those two pieces of information. Firstly, that you are looking at doing this work and almost looking at developing and going on to give people readings or demonstrate, but also this sense about this younger male that they would want me to connect with as well. Okay, that's fine. And they talk to me about someone that should be writing or publishing work. That's the other thing that they want me to reference. I don't think that's a book, but I wonder if it's project related. I wonder if it's actually work related. That we're in this process of developing this project or setting this up. So it's like a timescale, like a deadline for it as well. That's how I would acknowledge that as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Lauren, there's this older lady as well that wants to connect. She kind of just wraps arms around you. That's fine. I don't know if her name's Glynis or the name Glyn is relevant for someone here, but she talks about that name as well. Yeah, lots and lots going on there. Just slow down one moment. And they also talk to me, Lauren, about the individual that suffers really severely, and I'm going to use that word severely, with their anxiety as well, to the sense that they almost get this. It's the physical effects of it. So it's not just this sense around the anxiety of the breathing, but it's also how it affects my skin as well. Okay, so they want me to acknowledge that reference there as well. Lauren, lots and lots going on around you. Say July the 15th is important, July the 15th, okay? That's absolutely what they want me to reference with that. Okay, so I'm going to leave their love with you, sweet. And if just say God bless. I'm just going to say a quick message to my friend Jay, who's just put a comment on. That's absolutely fine. Very quickly tell you about Jay, very, very quickly before we go on to the next person. Thank you for watching, mate. He will not stay at my house now after witnessing odd things happening. The guy that's been to Iraq or Afghan, twice, served in wars, and he's a little bit frightened of staying at my house now after watching things happen. Anyway, we digress. Thank you ever so much. Right, we're going to go to some more comments, so please keep putting some comments and let's see who we can make a connection with, and let's just go through this, okay? That's absolutely fine. Okay, that's fine. Who are we going to connect with? We're going to go to Kirsty and Fog, if that's okay, because I just want to make a connection with you, sweet, just as I light my candle, because my candle's just gone out. That's absolutely fine. And we're just about to wait for that comment to come. Right, Kirsty, this is absolutely fine. We're just going to build a link with you straight away. One of the things I want to talk about is challenges with you, okay? And I want to talk about this focus with you about moving forward, getting away from situations that aren't particularly pleasant for us and aren't positive for us. There's this sense around changing our environment and changing who we associate with as well. That is so, so important, okay? It's about the strength of moving forward and being direct and being focused on making yourself happy, okay? They also talked to me about this sense of this child that would be in spirit as well, probably through miscarriage rather than through anything else. So there's reference about this child connection that they want me to talk about. Kirsty, would you understand that there's been a lady that's passed over to spirit very recently, please? Because they want me to talk about this lady that's making this impression around me, who would want to be that would want to be acknowledged. So I wonder if it's like a grandmother figure. I don't think it's great grandmother. I think it's grandmother. There's this lady that's passed over very, very recently. It's hard for me to always grasp them when they're passed over very recently, okay? The other thing I want to talk to you about as well is not directly with yourself, sweet. However, in either through our circle of friends or around our family, they would want me to reference about this issue with substances. So there's this younger male, I assume, who's got issues with substances here that they want me to reference, okay? That's absolutely fine. So I can't see, I've got to say, we're using a different format tonight. We're using StreamYard, and I really like it because the comments come through really, really quick, which is really good. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So perfect. So that's your Nan, sweet. Okay, so that's fine. I was struggling to work it out a little bit. She's just a very sweet, kind lady. That is her sense of wanting to come through. It's about making that connection with you. It's about her saying, chin up, be strong, be focused, because she needs you to know that she's with you, okay? And all this, I nearly swore then, all this nonsense that's going on around us, all this noise that's happening around us, she's saying it's about being focused on what direction you want to go. It's about working towards making a better life for yourself. So it's about being strong. It's about being just focusing on you, okay, and spending that time getting yourself healing. She loves this Pandora ring, okay? She loves this Pandora ring that I assume you bought very recently. So when I talk about recently, I don't think it's back to Christmas. I think she talks about this Pandora ring that's really relevant for you, okay? That's absolutely fine. She blow kisses at you. Someone has been smoking loads of, right, okay, that's fine. So this drug thing is about cannabis. Someone's been smoking loads of pot. So whoever's been smoking that pot, she acknowledges that. That's not you, but she acknowledges that with me. And in the wider family or with our friends, someone's recently had issues with children's services involved as well. That's the other reference that she'd want me to make. I don't think that's a historical thing. I think that's something that's been happening around us, which we would be aware of, okay? Yep. And she says to me, go for the job, go for the job, go for the job. So we're looking at going for a job, or someone's looking at working in a cafe or in a bar or in a restaurant. Someone's off to do that sort of work, okay? So that's really important that we reference that with you, okay? That's absolutely fine. Right, Kirsty, I'm going to leave their love with you because I can't see any more information. And they talked to me about the name Amy with you as well, sweet. That's the other reference that they want me to make, okay? That's absolutely fine. Right. Let's keep banging some comments on, guys, and let's see who else we can get through. The other thing I just want to say to you all as we're just chatting away, my Facebook page, or my Instagram page, I think it's at MediumJoe1. You can find me on. You know, I do readings away from this, do this charity work. If I do readings don't make sense, do you know what? I don't charge. I'm not here to mess people about. So away from this environment, if you're interested in that, that's absolutely fine. Right, we shall go to the lovely Carol Ellis next, if that's okay. And we'll just bring through a connection for her. So we can go back to Carol, please, for one moment. Okay. Thank you all for watching, by the way. Absolutely love it. Hi, Carol. Good evening. Right. That's fine. Just for transparency purposes for everyone else, I actually know Carol, so I know who I'd want to connect with her. So being really honest with you all about that. So, Carol, we're going to bring through lad, and we're going to talk to him for one moment, if that's all right. Interestingly, it's not about him being here now. It's about me connecting with him earlier today. So he's been with me throughout the day, okay? And it's that sense of pride. It's that sense of pride that what's been done in his memory, okay? That's fine. He laughs and says, are they moving out? Are they moving out? Are they moving out? Are they moving out? So I wonder if your daughter's perhaps looking at moving out of the house, or she's referencing going somewhere else, because she wants me to talk about that with you, okay? That's absolutely fine. The other thing he wants me to talk about with you as well, okay? That's fine. That's fine. There's a bench in memory of him, which I know about, but he says that he's been sat with someone on that in the last couple of days as well. So someone's been to that bench where they've been, and he's just been sat there listening and watching them talk, okay? And I wonder, right, okay, that's fine. You can high-five me for that. I wonder if one of his friends or someone has recently shown you, very, very recently shown you a tattoo which they've got in memory of him, which is either amusing or slightly interesting. It's just very different. So I wonder if one of his friends has shown you it randomly. Like, I almost feel like I've bumped into someone and they've gone, oh, look, this is what we got done, okay? Yeah, I cannot emphasize enough this idea about all this charity work that is being done in memory, these plans. So this hasn't been done yet, these plans to do this work. He's just so proud of that, okay? Yeah, he just said to me, I hope, to your daughter's Amy, I hope Amy's foot's all right as well. So I wonder what's happened with that. I wonder if she's caught it, or there's one there, or there's some issue with her left foot, but he wants me to acknowledge that with you, okay? Right, and he just said there's flowers that's been laid down at that bench as well. Not necessarily by him, not by you, but I wonder by someone else, okay? Right, Carol and her family, honestly, I just want to very, very, very quickly say, it's absolute privilege being able to read for people, and it's just an absolute privilege to know Carol and her family, and Adrian and Amy they're some of the most strongest people I've ever met. So I'm going to leave his love with you. I'm just going to say God bless. Right, okay. Before I start crying. Anyway, let's keep going on. Let's crack on. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Oh, someone wanted to know, how old were you when a medium? So I started when I was 17, 18, and kind of went from there. Right, let's go. Let's go to Sally Lahr, if that's all right. I think it's L-O-R-R. If we can just bring that name up, just so we can reconnect with that. That's fine. Sally, instantly as I connect with you, I just want you to acknowledge this, if that's okay. So I've got a male that steps forward that tells me that he passed from lung cancer, because I just feel my chest is on fire. Who this gentleman is, I don't know if it's grandfather or father, but he steps behind us, okay? So he want me to acknowledge that. Can you just acknowledge who that gentleman is, please? And can we also talk about the lilies that are important for the female that's in spirit as well? So would you understand both of them, please? That's absolutely fine. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Sonny, I assume it's you that works in a care home or residential home or nursing environment, but they talk about the lady that feels things at work. It's almost like we can walk around and we can just sense these spirit personalities around us, okay? That's absolutely fine. Okay, so the other thing I'd want to say to you as well is that your dad smells of smoke. So if that's father, there's this smell of smoke around him. Thing is, I don't know if it's from him spending time in a pub, like he would do that as a social activity, or whether or not he was a smoker, because it's just slightly different connection there. Okay, that's fine. And he just shouts, "Hi, Ted." So he talks to me about that name being important as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. The other thing I want to say to you as well, sweet, is that someone's recently fallen over and hurt their wrist, or they've hurt their arm, because I feel like I've got these pains in my hands, in my arm, particularly in my wrist, that they'd want me to talk about. That's absolutely fine. And so would you understand that mum's in spirit as well? Because I've got this other lady that steps forward that keeps trying to just step into my mind and just keeps saying, "We tell her I'm here." And she says to me, she laughs when she says this. She asks about the time the ashtray got thrown. So I don't know if there's a drunken story about that, or there's a story about that that's relevant, but she's chuckling to me as she says that to me, okay? That's fine. She says to me as well, there's just so many spirits around you. It's unbelievable, Sally. There's just so many just interesting connections around you, because there's this male that stands next to you as well. So you would understand the male. I think it's a car accident rather than a motorcycle accident, but they talk to me about this male that passed in an accident. So I think it's car. I think it's car. That's fine. And you can write that in my head. They write Martin in my head as well. So whether that name's connected with him or someone else, but they want me to acknowledge that name as well. Okay. And interesting, Sally, I am from Grimsby, so any Notts County fans on today, up the Mariners. However, I wonder if there's connections to Grimsby with your family, because there's just something about that just popped into my head that they'd want me to acknowledge. Okay, so Sally, male accent, but not car. Okay, so I assume that you meant male with that, sweet. There's just this reference. I couldn't quite catch how that reference was, but they'd want me to acknowledge that with you. Okay, so Sally, lots and lots of love with you. Also, let's just slow down. Let's just take this back. That's fine. Sally, they've just lifted up I don't know if it's a bracelet, a charm bracelet, or would you understand that you have a piece of jewelry? This come in really at the last minute, so it's possibly for someone else. Do you understand about a younger female, about a young girl being in spirit, please, that would connect with the family? Because if you don't, sweet, that's fine. We can work with someone else with this, but I wonder if it's with you. Just slow down one moment. Sorry, guys. That's fine. Just whilst I'm waiting for that comment to pop up from Sally. My page, I think it's at Medium Joanne, but it's got the Humber Bridge in the background. Please like it. We do loads of charity work. We do lots of different things happening. Okay. And just in the comments, guys, please don't put who you'd want to connect with, because I'd rather be wrong and give. Yeah, that's fine. Sally, perfect. Just put that on. Yes, my daughter. Right. Okay, that's fine. I'm glad I stuck with that. Sweet. There's just this sense just that they want me to acknowledge this younger female that would be with us, okay? And I think that's the core of the message, because there's just tragedy around how that child passed and how they went, okay? And I just need you to know that your daughter's safe, okay? That's fine. And I think there's that soul search and that constant trying to understand and trying to work out how we can communicate with her. She loves the little heart ornament as well. That is relevant for her. I can see this heart-shaped ornament, I assume, in the living room. That is so important for her, okay? Yeah. And she just says to me, I love to sit in the patch. So we mentioned bench for someone else earlier, but there's a sense either you sit in your garden or you go somewhere and you sit and you think about her, and just I can hear all these birds just tweeting away, just flying away in my mind, because she wants me to acknowledge that. And she said she needs to get her teeth sorted as well. So I imagine it's you that's got problems with your teeth down here at the moment. But they want me to acknowledge that as well, okay? They shout to me the name Abby, and they keep saying Abigail, Abigail, Abigail. Oh, it's Abby. They keep saying Abby, 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 and they keep just reference that over and over again. And so there's something about birthdays that are important. So either, I wonder if she passed and then it was someone's birthday, or her birthday and your birthday is simultaneous, like next week. There's just something about these two dates that are real, like it's like literally the day after each other that she'd want me to talk about. And she talks to me about Sharon. She says Sharon, 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 and she keeps mentioning that to me over and over and over and over again. So, and she just says, I'm sorry I'm gone, but I'm here forever. I'm sorry I'm gone, I'm here forever. Okay, I just asked you just to watch for Adele songs on your Alexa, and you can't. She just talks about them being so important. So Sally, thank you ever so much for connecting with me, sweet. And I'll leave her love with you. And just going to say, God bless. And I bet if you look back on your dad's side of the family, your granddad worked in Grimsby. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's keep going through these and let's just keep putting it on. Thank you for watching, everyone, guys. I really enjoy these sort of evenings. I always get a bit anxious when I do them, but let's just go through them. Can we go to Bev Buttle, if that's okay? Let's just try and make a connection with her. Go, that's fine. Okay. Ooh. Okay, right. You'll notice I shiver. It's when those different energies come in. Very new thing. I don't know why that does that, but it does that now. Okay, Bev, we're going to work with this grandmother figure that's connecting with you, okay? So they want me to talk about this female that's stepping forward on mum's side of the family. That's who we're going to speak to first, okay? The other thing that I want to say to you as well, if I've got this grandfather figure that's stepping forward on dad's side of the family that's connecting as well, would you understand this connection with someone either going out on boats or going on lakes and going, I don't know if it is fishing, but I just see these boats and these lakes. Would you understand that connection as well, please, sweet? The other thing I want to say to you as well is this grandmother figure just said, I love how the hair looks. I love how the hair looks. I wonder if you've had your haircut changed recently or you've had it cut today. There's this reference to that she would want me to talk about with you, okay? That's absolutely fine. But the other thing I want to say to you as well is that we just stepped down onto mum and dad's level. There's this female that would step forward on mum's level. So either we've got this mother figure or this auntie figure that would want to connect, okay? Because they talked to me about this other female that's connecting with us. So quite a lot of information there in a very short space of time, which I apologize for. Will you just let me know in the comments? So you can understand the boats thing, that's perfect. Do you understand about the mother figure in spirit as well, please. Okay, that's absolutely fine. And oh, that's beautiful. Bev, whose birthday is it today? Whose birthday in the family is it? There's a birthday today. Okay, that's fine. Bev, again, very similar to that Chris, I think it was, I spoke to before. There's something about just you having some knowledge about this work and about recognizing that spirit around us. There's just something about, I can almost see your face on like a promotional picture or something like that. So I wonder if you do, maybe you do something in that way. But they want me to acknowledge that with you. Maybe that's work related or this work. Okay. Your mum, bless her, the way she steps forward, I've lost that link with what she was saying to me because I got distracted thinking about other things. So we'll bring her back in. She says to me as well, she talks about the animals' ashes that we would have as well. And I'm laughing at that because the way she showed me that in my mind, but she wants me to talk about having them at home as well. Okay, that's fine. The birthday isn't soon. Someone's birthday is either yesterday or today. So if I'm wrong with that, I'm wrong. But I think it is now. Okay, that's fine. So isn't that interesting? Just that vibe about you. Something about New York is really, really important as well. So I don't know if you have, I assume, I'm making assumptions that you live in America. If not, there's this connection to America that is really, really important for us. Okay, that's fine. And as we think about that, that's fine. We can talk about that. I think you've either had some work, you've helped the police with this work in some way, or you've been watching programs about that today. Okay, that's absolutely fine. That's fine. And they just say to me, ask about the pocket watch. Now, interestingly, I don't think you've got a pocket watch because it's sprayed in my mind. So I wonder if you do hypnosis as well, or you've been looking into developing that, or you've been looking at having a session for that, because they want me to make that reference and connection with you in that way as well. So, Bev, continue to be amazing. Go smash this work, and I'll leave their love with you. And I would just say, God bless. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right. Okay, let's keep going through this, guys. Let's pop some more comments on. Let's just do this. So we're just going to talk about. I'm just going to have a breathe in one moment. Just a couple of things, just for those that have joined. Please don't put in the comments that you who you want to communicate with, because I'd rather be wrong. Honestly, I'd rather go through this whole hour and be wrong than go off information. I think I say, please like my page on Facebook. It's at Medium Joe. I think it's at Medium Joe 1, but it's got the Humber Bridge in the background. I do loads of charity work. Got a book on Amazon. It's called Critical Mediumship. Raise loads of money for charity. Do private readings away from this. If they don't make sense, I don't charge. It is just that simple. Okay, we're just going to go through some adverts, if that's right, and then we should get crack into this. So tomorrow morning from 11 a.m. we have the Divine Service at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. Guest medium Michelle Dearlove Scott. And then tomorrow afternoon, we have the Sunday Sofa with Polly Hartnett and Jane Morton. So, guys, if you are able to connect with that, and we have the free VIP mediumship development, which starts Sunday, the 6th of February from 7 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. with, apologies, Paul, if I get this wrong, but Paul Sissels, from what I can gather from that style of writing. Okay. And there's an introduction to mediumship taster course. It's only 3 lessons via Zoom. Please visit our VIP section for more details, which I assume is the link at the bottom there as well, guys. Right. So let's go. Oh, and we have as well, so the Polly Hartnett. Oh, we have a trance demonstration as well, which is Sunday the 13th of March from 7 p.m. So just get involved in that. Trance is amazing. Trance is really, really interesting work for those that have never seen it. It's interesting. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. That's fine. Right. Okay. We're going to just go back and do some more messages, guys, if that's okay. So let's just get cracked on. We shall go to, I think it was Trish Woods that I just saw with all the little butterflies. Can we speak to her, please? And Alison and the other lady that missed, I think it's Terry. Can I just shout out them two that are helping this evening in the background? And Richard as well, who normally does this. They give up all the time to do this massively, loads of work. So just big, huge shout out to them. So just thank you ever so much. Right. Okay. Trish, as I get this connection with you, I've got this lady that's stepping forward. So on that image that I can see on your little picture there, that pops up, that's stuck there, I see this woman that almost is stood behind us. So it's like this lady that wants to be acknowledged. I don't know whether it's grandmother or mother. We'll sort that out in one moment. But she just comes through with this connection, and she's talking about wanting to be around the family at the moment, understand what's going on. So she talks about difficult times for someone. I imagine that she's Trish, that she would want me to acknowledge. And smiling because this male that's just stepped forward as well. Okay, so we'll chat to him in one moment. Trish, this figure. So this would be mum that would be stepping forward. I think it's about making that connection with you and giving you that upliftment, giving you that healing and wanting to reconnect with you, because I just feel sad. I feel like I've got everything kind of just getting on top of me a little bit. And it's almost like she's wanting to make that connection, just say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Absolutely, she is no longer in pain. She writes Mary in my head as well. And she also says to me as well, you can give me that. It's something like Stonegate Court or Stone something Road. She just wants me to acknowledge that connection with you as well. So that's like a street name that I would talk about there as well. She says she knows about these pictures that are being divvied up as well. So people have been giving out photos. I might have gone through them and like someone's got these ones, someone's got these ones. And it's all these references, different things that she'd want me to talk about. Okay, that's absolutely fine. And she says to me as well, I don't know if this is a memory link, Trish, or whether or not it's happened recently. The thing that's throwing me, it looks like pizza, but I wonder, she's been at, so I think this has recently happened. She's been at someone's house where they've literally had a pizza in the oven and it's just burnt. I can see all this smoke just coming out. So she's been watching that happen around us as well, okay? And she just says to me, I never, ever got the chance to say goodbye. I never, ever just got the chance to say goodbye. And that's the other thing that she wants me to connect with you, okay? So sweet. I'm going to leave, I can't see your comments if you put any more comments on. So hopefully you've got that. I'm going to leave their love with you. Oh, you always burn pizza. That's fine. I'm just going to say, God bless. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right, let's go to some more comments, shall we? Okay, let's go to Lawrence. Was it Sarah or Samantha Lawrence? Can we go to her? Hopefully you'll be able to. Oh, Samantha Lawrence. Hi, Samantha. Good evening. Let's try and make a connection with you, sweet. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Samantha, I've just had this mail step forward that tells me his name is George. So we're going to work on dad's side of the family. I suspect this is grandfather that they want me to acknowledge. So if that name's his, that's fine. But you'd have to understand that name, okay? There's this male that says to me, it said, oh, I just went over and my heart. So this is other male as well that passed from this heart issue, this heart attack, I would imagine. Okay, so they want me to acknowledge that with you as well. Okay, fine. Samantha, it's like I need to wipe tears away from your eyes. So it's this sense about giving you this upliftment, giving you this healing, and particularly about the person here that's got the physical health issues. So this is something about fibromyalgia or an autoimmune condition, but they'd want me to make that acknowledgement and reference with you, okay? That's fine. And they say the 13th of the month is important, okay? I don't know if it's March or maybe that would, I assume it's one of those two. It's the M that I could hear with that, okay? So Samantha, I can't see any comments coming, so just let me know if this is making sense to you. Certainly a grandfather figure. I wonder if father's with them as well, okay? Because there's this other male energy that's absolutely popping around, okay? So there's all these different things. And Samantha, they say to me, talk about the feathers as well. And I finally clicked what that was. Why couldn't I work that out? That's fine. I wonder if someone's got issues with either their electric's been going out or in the room that we sit in, one of the main bulbs is gone because it just feels like I'm in this room that's slightly darkened. So there's this reference there, okay? So that's dad that we're passing that way. So that's dad, that's that connection there, and that grandfather figure that's stepping forward there, okay? That's perfect. They talk to me about Tony as well. Now, I don't know if Tony's here on spirit, but they talk about her name. And I kind of tap on the table. So you have chronic health and sweet. So lots of healing there for you. That would make sense in that way, okay? They talk to me about this sense that it's about physical, emotional, and spiritual. Lots of work that you're doing with your spiritual health at the minute. So either that be yoga or meditation or doing things that would bring that healing sense to you. Because I feel like I'm surrounded by crystals as well. Okay, yep. And there's from porridge. I can't say the word, but it's don't let the grinders down. There's this sense when they say that to me that almost like we've got this process that we're going through for either review of benefits claim or around DLA or it's PIP now, isn't it? Or this reference to that they want me to talk about with you, okay? So they keep acknowledging that with me. Your dad just says to me, I visit her every night in her dreams. I visit her every night in her dreams, okay? So she talks about that connection. Your dad talks to me about that connection with you as well. They say to me, they're sorry that someone left our life. So whether this is you or someone else, but someone's recently had an individual that's left their life. So someone's gone through a breakup. That's that sort of thing that they'd want me to reference with you, okay? So all these different... Is your middle name Marie? Who's Marie? They just said Samantha Marie Lawrence. So who's Marie for us? Anyway, that's fine. We'll find that in the comments. I shall leave them with you, Samantha, and just I want me to blow kisses, so I'll blow kisses to it, and now just say God bless. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right, should we just crack on? My camera's just lit up, and just see who we should. That's fine. So we'll just continue. Let's put some more comments on. Let's just see who's about. Okay. Guys, if anyone that's interested in this work, or anyone that's developing, you know, it takes so long because you have to learn how to clear your conscious mind. But any of you developing it, just go do it and just explain to people, experiment and learn and get things wrong. The more you learn and get wrong, the more you understand is what spirit is, not your conscious mind. It's that simple. Okay, fine. Very quickly, I just saw that Phil Shaw is online as well. So I want to thank Phil because he's the one that put them on to me doing these evenings through SPTV. So just thank you massively to Phil. I just honestly can never ever be grateful enough for that. Okay, should we go to Siobhan O'Rourke if that's okay, please? Okay, Siobhan, firstly, thank you ever so much for joining us. Siobhan, I'm a little bit confused with this because they've just given me this image of this dog that, would you understand that I don't know what dog it is, but would you understand there's a dog that's recently gone to spirit in the family, please? When I talk about recently, I mean the last couple of months. It's that sort of reference that they want me to make, okay? But Siobhan, as I'm connecting with you, it's grandmother that's stepping forward on mum's side of the family, okay? She talks about either working in an old stately home or she's been with someone when they've been walking like almost through to like an old stately home and just like almost walking around either the ruins of it or the building of it, because they want me to acknowledge that connection there with you, okay? Siobhan, I believe that we've got mum in spirit as well, because there's this other lady that's just stepped forward that wants to be acknowledged, okay? And she just said she'd give me lots of healing. She'd give me lots of healing. So she helps with that, okay? So that's a few years ago. That's fine. I've got light in my hands, by the way, guys, because I fidget. So just I need something to concentrate and play with whilst I'm just doing this. So just if you see that, that's fine. So they talked to me about, so you know about the old house. Would you understand about the mum figure as well, please? Because this lady that just steps forward, such a beautiful soul. So we can feel grandmother, but there's this other lady that's kind of stepping around us as well, okay? That's fine. And they talked to me about this sense around someone that would have an interest in druids or around the solstice, because she talks about going to watch someone have a connection with that as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Bless you. Okay, so mum's in spirit as well. So sweet, you'd understand that dad would be with her as well, because as we talk about that, they say to me Charlie's with them. So Charlie's not dad, Charlie's someone else. Charlie's a friend connection, I think, or I don't think his uncle figure, but Charlie Royston, Charlie Royston, I think, is how I would pronounce that. Okay, and that's fine. And I think from what she just said with that, born on Christmas Day. So someone was born on Christmas Day. How interesting. I wonder who that was. That's fine. Okay, so Siobhan, lots of these energies around you. Mum sends lots of love to you, lots of healing to you, okay? She's just around you constantly. The other thing I'd say to you as well is that there's this smell of like brute or old spice. This is certainly this older style aftershave that would be relevant for a male that's in spirit as well, okay? That's fine. And I'd actually go and just look about that child. That Royston connection is important. I think that's it's that reference there, okay? The other thing I'd just say to you as well is, do you understand, Siobhan? I might just have to move on from this. I don't know if this is with you. Do you understand about the male that fell? Do you understand the male that fell or made a decision to jump from something? Do you understand that connection, please? About a male either. Would you understand that, please, week? So I've just got this other male and he just stepped forward. Just whilst I'm waiting for you to answer that, it's just someone sort of about my page and stuff. It's all one word. It's Medium Joe. And I don't know if you put in Medium Joe 1, that might bring it up, but it's got the Humber Bridge in the background on my picture, on my main screen. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so you understand that, John. Right. Okay, sweet. Whether or not he passed in that way, thank you. It's just like I feel like I was hanging on to something and just dropped. So symbolically, I could just feel that. So whether or not he passed from that or that was London, I don't honestly know. I suspect he's probably spirit side now, but there was just this sense around, I can't remember how he worded it. There was this sense about sorry, or he didn't mean to, just this reference that they'd want me to connect with that. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So Siobhan, I'm going to leave their love with you. Look, all these just different spirit personalities just coming around you, and they just say, Chris, 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 and they talk about that connection as well. Okay, so that name is important for here rather than spirit. Whew. And one final thing I will say, and I'm not overly sure where this connects. I think someone is a twin, and their twin didn't make it to the earth plane, so that twin was lost in the womb. That's how I'd interpret that. Okay, sweet. And leave their love with you. And I'm just going to say, God bless. Okay, right. Shall we go to some more comments? Just going to slow down for one moment. That's fine. Okay. Anyone interested? It's that side. You'll be able to see my Ian Curtis from Joy Division. It's a huge, huge music fan. Joy Division, the best band ever. Anyway, and if anyone's ever seen them, let me know in the comments. Right, let's go. Okay. I want to see who is it going to go to? That's fine. Fab. I don't know if someone in the background could pop a link onto my page if they can find it. Let's go to Heidi Spicer, please. Not just purely because you love Joy Division, but honestly, the best band ever. Let's go back to Heidi Spicer, please. Oh, Heidi. Oh, there we are. That's absolutely fine. Heidi, interestingly, as I step forward for you, there's just two things I need to say to you. Firstly, would you understand about the vase that has been moved, I think possibly by spirit at the end of the hall? So do you understand that someone's got this table with this vase on that's been knocked or it's been moved? Or it could be that it's or someone's actually moved it rather than it being spirit related, okay? So as I'm making this connection with you, there's this sense of this lady that I'd want to bring through for you, okay? The thing is that she tells me straight away, she just says to me, tell her I'm strong, tell her I'm strong, tell her I've got strength, tell her I've got strength. And she just keeps saying that to me over and over again. So there's this reference of not being sound of mind before she passed. That's either that there's an impairment there, or there's this sense of that she was confused before she passed over, because I just feel like I've just got this confusion as she's stepping forward. How she connects with me thus far, I'm not overly sure. I don't know whether it's mum or sister or grand. We'll try and work that out. So we're just going through that, okay? But she says that there's we've got her jewelry as well. So I wonder, that just made me think of bracelets with that. So we've got a bracelet, I've got a ring that's in memory of her, but she'd want me to acknowledge that as well. The other thing I need to say about this lady as well, just absolutely her smile and her laugh is just beautiful, okay? So I don't think, as we're just working through that, I don't think this is sister. I wonder if this is auntie or mum figure that would connect with us. So Heidi, would you understand that, please, sweet, as making that link with her? That's fine. Fab. So you'd understand that, and sweet. That's perfect. She's sorry for saying to you to leave her alone and get away from her. So this reference again about this confusion. So I wonder if she had this, I wonder if it's infection or it's dementia. Or there's something there. There's just this impairment of her mind. And she wants to apologize for that. And she just says to me, I can look after myself again. I can care for myself. So it's that personal care aspect that she wants me to talk about. She says to me, when you get frustrated and angry, that she's with you, okay? She says, I'm just there all the time. And I can feel like myself just sat there almost working myself up, that I miss her so much. And she just says to me, that she sits with you, okay? And almost like she's been quite assertive. She just says to me directly, it's like, I'm not having that, snap out of it, we're going to get through this. And that's kind of the message. There's that sense of love there with you, but almost about being that strength and that resilience for you as well, okay? She says about the doctors not letting someone see her before she passed, or not being allowed in to say goodbye. She talks about, there's this sense, if that's not when she passed, but there's that sense in that memory link that she'd want me to reference there as well, okay? She loves what's being done in memory of her as well. So it's not just about this sense of remembering her in that sense. It's about something being made in memory, or being somewhere that is in memory of her, that she wants me to talk about as well. She talks about Georgia, I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Georgia. She talks about Georgia. And she said, I've got that flipping dog with me as well. And she laughs about that. So this dog that's really like quite attention seeker. I can feel like this little dog's tail, and she's kind of shooing it away. So she wants me to talk about that. Okay. She says to me that she's got, it's almost, she talks about this sense of having weight. So she lost all this weight before she passed as well. And she says, she could have picked me up. She could have carried me. Okay. So she wants me to acknowledge that as well. And she almost looks around as well and then just takes this chocolate. So there's this reference about that being a memory link as well. Okay, so she wants me to acknowledge that as well. That's fine. Okay. Such a beautiful soul. She's got this really strong smelling perfume around her. So there's really, like, I think it's Avon related. That's what I think that is. Okay. She also wants me to acknowledge as well someone that was in a relationship that was domestic violence based as well. And she says, I'm glad we're not in that situation anymore. Okay. And Heidi, interestingly, just moving away from that. So guys, I'd always rather be honest with you and be wrong. Never want to offend anyone or upset anyone. So I always say, if I'm wrong with this, I apologize, but I'd rather go with my gut. She talks about someone that's been to prison as well, or is in prison. And I'm not necessarily saying that's in the family. I don't know if that's wider connection to us, but she'd want me to acknowledge that as well. She's just got the cheekiest personality, just the cheekiest smile, just very, very family orientated. And she just says, it's you and me against the world. It's just you and me against the world. It's just you and me against the world. And she just keeps saying that to me over and over again. She doesn't, jestfully, cousin fella's in prison. Perfect, that's fine. So she acknowledged that. Why it felt so wide in my mind. I don't know if you've got your son living and he listens to a lot of rap music or like grime music, but she says, oh, it's just loud. It's just this music. And she can almost jestfully hear you asking them to turn it down as well. Okay, that's fine. She's with you when your coffee cup broke. So recently, you've been getting up, you've got up in the morning, you've gone to pour your cup of tea or your coffee and the cup's cracked, or you've noticed the crack down the side of it. She was with you when that happened, okay? Yeah. And she says to me, she knows about the scrap metal men that have come to the door recently as well. I'm interested. Okay, that's fine. So just bear with me because we can chat to your mum quite a lot. She talks about Tina as well. Talks about that name being relevant there as well. That's fine. And just bear with me, guys. Just go quiet. Okay, so you can tell me that. So what else can you tell me? I don't know if it's like it's right there in my head. Just bear with me. Right there in my head, sweet. She keeps writing about Stanford or Sanford. I was trying to ask her for a street name, but it's like Sanford or Stanford. Okay, that's fine. Well, Tina's here, and I can tell you absolutely that Tina is someone you work with. That is the reference that she's making there. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Such a strong connection coming through you, just absolutely lovely. When I try and put that thought out, I can't feel anyone. She's got the baby girl with her. So either you lost a child or she lost a child, but she's just overwhelmed that she's got this child with her. Okay, I don't know if it's Elaine or Ellen or Evie, but there's this E sounding name for this younger person that connects here as well. Okay, so Heidi, your mum is just, her essence is with you constantly, just absolutely with you constantly. She takes this cross and she goes and kisses it and puts it back around my neck. So I wonder if you've got a cross that's in memory of her as well. Okay, yep. And she says to me as well, she's been interested in watching you read these books about, I assume, mediumship and paranormality. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right, guys, Heidi, I'm going to leave her love with you if that's okay. And just say God bless. I just want to say very, very quickly, I had the opportunity to do some work with the wonderful Professor Chris Rowe on testing mediumship. We did it at Stansted Hall. I don't think that's been published yet, but the program Surviving Death on Netflix is absolutely amazing. I absolutely encourage you to watch it, okay? And there is, I always get his name confused. I don't know if it's Stuart Alexander or Alexander Stewart. He's on there, and two of my lovely friends are on that program as well. So I'm very, very blessed to know two people that do some work with him. Such an honor to be able to connect with people in that way. Okay, so just please watch that program. It's absolutely amazing. Put in the comments if you've seen it before as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right, shall we go to? Let's go to next. We'll go to Julie Harcourt if that's okay. That's fine. Julie, we're going to make a connection with yourself, please, if that's all right. So just bear with me. That's fine. I've got myself a little bit confused with this because I thought I was going to talk about something else, but we're going to talk to you about this. I've got this lady. I thought I was going to talk to you about Dad being in spirit, but actually, I don't think he is. So we're going to work on Mum's side of the family. I've got this sense of someone that's just, this lady that's coming behind us just to stroke our hair. So this is either mum or grandmother, and I will sort that out in one moment and get that connection with you. They write the name Karen in my head as well. So whether or not that's here or in spirit, I'm not overly sure, but they want me to acknowledge that name with you as well. Okay, that's fine. Right. So Julie, I suspect then this is mum rather than grandmother. So would you understand that, please, Julie? Let's just go through this. Okay. Until it's getting on, because it just starts slowing down. You just see how it just starts to slow down. So that spark. That's why we need espressos in our life. Okay. So mum's here. That's absolutely fine. So that'd be a grandmother figure that I'd want to connect with. And I just want to check, Julie, because honestly, when I first saw your name pop up, I thought it's dad. That's who I want to communicate with. When I get that link with you, I just can't feel that energy about. So it has to be a grandmother figure that's stepping forward. There is this sense of this male that steps forward on dad's side as well. But Julie, do you understand about this reference with someone having damage done to their car recently? So either they've caught down the side of it or someone's had their car key, because I feel like there's just this big mark down the side of my car that they'd want me to reference. The other thing that this lady says to me as well, she says not to get frightened by things that happen in the house, not to get frightened. So I wonder if you've had odd things happening around the house, because she just talks about that connection, that reference there, okay? That's fine. She also talks to me about the person, very seriously that we talk about this. She talks about the person that's been having issues with low mood as well. So she says to me about giving this love and this healing, this sense of giving this upliftment to this person that's been really struggling with their mood, okay? So that'd be that they've had to go on antidepressants or they're looking at changing them, but there's that reference. That's fine. Stats and spirits. So that would be that connect. So instantly, as I saw you, I don't know why I got confused with that, but instantly, as I saw that connection, I just thought that, and then I got myself confused with that. That's fine. So we'll get back to that connection there in a minute. But there's that sense there that they want me to talk about, this sense of this low mood, that they want to give me this upliftment and a healing. Okay. Will you let me know about the car thing as well, please, sweet? Because that's you with the low mood. Bless you. Okay, so lots of healing. Will you let me know about that car thing as well, please, sweet? Because that's really interesting. The other thing I just want to say to you as well. So if we go back to that father figure, as soon as I saw your name, I felt him there. I've been struggling to get him back in. So we'll try and build that link with you, okay? He tells me that he went over quickly. He talks about the person that had the stroke or the aneurysm, whether that be him or another male, but he talks about that connection there as well. And he just says it's about justice. So there's something, this sense about feeling like injustice that a male would have passed over as well, okay? That's fine. Your dad wipes tears away from your eyes and he comes and sits with you and he kisses you on the cheek, okay? That's fine. The other thing that he says to me as well, he laughs so much. So his personality and that sense of how he comes through, it's like he obviously jestfully likes how you either connect with people or how you like to wind people up, okay? That friend can't take the car, that's absolutely fine. But he talks about that personality and that connection with you as well. That's absolutely fine. Where are you going to go with that, sir? So in the room, I assume, I don't think, if you're not in the room, that's fine. But in my mind, he walks across into the room and he just places his hand on a photo. So there's a photo of him in the living room there that he'd want me to reference with you as well. That's fine. I'm struggling because I don't know where he's gone. I should have just trusted that judgment. But hey, that's the nature of it sometimes. Okay, that's fine. The other thing I want to say to you as well is dad talks to me about these. I don't think it's legal challenges, but he talks about these processes. So someone's either looking at moving or they're going through a process of work where they're disgruntled and they're unhappy and they're challenging something. But there's that sense as well that he watches with me as well. And he says he just wishes that carpet would get sorted out. So there's this carpet on the stairs that he talks about that he wants me to reference that needs repairing or needs sorting out because he wants me to make that connection there as well. That's absolutely fine. Where are you going with that, sir? He says to me as well, when you talk out loud and you ask him to be about, he tries to get your attention. Okay? That's fine. Right. I'm going to continue with this just for one moment, Julie, and you're going to have to apologize to me because that reference to how I'm communicating with him has just changed. Do you understand? And this isn't going to happen. So this isn't going to happen. It's something that has already happened. Do you understand about someone having issues where they saw someone running through their garden, or they saw, not spirit, but a person running through the gardens or hopping over the fences and they're being chased by the police? So would you understand that, please? As random as that is. Because he wants me to talk about that connection as well. The other thing he just said to me as well about family dynamics, he said, you made the right decision. You made the right decision. He keeps saying that to me over and over again, okay? So he just keeps saying to me about making decisions about to put boundaries in place, I suspect with a male, because he talks about that reference there as well. So Julie, lots of energy coming through. I'm sorry I got confused about the first bit. Just as soon as I saw your name, I thought, Dad, just as soon as I saw that, okay? So I'm going to leave there, look, with you. And just let you know that before I do, also as well, I think this is something that's happened recently. He talks about the person that's had the treatment. So I feel like I've had a pipe up my nose. So he talks about the person that's been in hospital receiving treatment. So he knows about that scenario and situation as well. Okay. So I'm going to leave his love with you if that's okay. And just say God bless him. I'm going to go to Lisa Wilkinson's next if that's okay. Wilkinson. Yeah, let's get to her, please. Okay, where are we going with that? I don't know, I'm tired, so let's just bring that link through. Okay, Lisa, we're going to work with yourself for one moment, if that's all right, sweet. So we're just going to go. Lots of interesting, lots of like father figures that step about this evening. So Lisa, I think there's a father figure in spirit for us. So as we just continue, can we just start with that, please? Because there's this male that's coming behind you, okay? Interestingly, he talks about he's watching someone write a document as he's talking to me. So he sees someone signing a contract, so that he has to reference that as well. So let's just see. I think it's father rather than father figure. I think it's father rather than grandfather. So that's fine. So that's grandfather stepping forward. So he's watching. It's almost like I can see him stood behind you. I can see him trying to get someone to sign a contract. So who's just signed the contract? Would you understand that about either a house or a new job? He's just seeing someone sign the contract, and he says to me that's so important to mention. He also says to me as well, he says, ask about the cupboard door because the cupboard door's not working properly. So he's referencing in our kitchen this cupboard door that's come loose or that's starting to come off because he wants me to acknowledge that with you as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Your grandmother steps in on mum's side of the family and she just brushes my hair to one side and she just kisses me on the cheek and she just says to me, will you tell her I'm here? Tell her I'm here. Okay, that's fine. And where are you going with that? Right. I've clicked. Right, that's fine. I just want to just confirm that's fine. You can't do the contract. That's fine. I've worked it out. Right. Someone in the family must work as a housing officer or must work in like tenancy or work with people that is in a housing association. Who works in the housing association? Because I don't think you have flats that you rent out or houses that you rent out. Someone must do that. Someone that must be someone. Right, okay, that's fine. Get the contract thing as well. That's perfect. That's fine. So that's how that would connect. Okay. Grandfather just says to me as well. He says he knows about the new car. So either yourself or someone's just bought this new car because he keeps shaking car keys in my hand, which is always a prompt for me to talk about that. Okay. He also knows about the individual in the family that's going to go do the paranormal investigation as well. That is the other connection that he wants me to reference. Okay. Because he talks about this reference of just watching the family. Okay. That's fine. You don't know about that. That's fine. I'd ask you to go away and just look at that. That's what the contract thing. That's all of that. That would have to make sense in my mind. Okay, that's fine. And you understand the new car. Oh, perfect. That's fine. And Lisa, would you understand about the lady that's in spirit that passed from the cancer of the chest, please? So the breast cancer. I've just had this lady just step forward who wants to be acknowledged. Okay, she just says it's almost like she pushes everyone else out of the way and says, "Tell her I'm here." So she wants to be acknowledged as well. How she gets not overly short and getting tired, and you can see that changing the messages that go through, can't you? Just how it starts to dip a little bit. So that energy that you guys keep kicking out, if you can keep doing that, that would be amazing. Okay, so she just wants acknowledging as well. I wonder if this is perhaps a friend or mother-in-law. I don't think it's mum. I think it's this other connection that they'd want me to talk about there. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Just slowing down a little bit. That's perfect. Okay, Karen, at least, sorry, I can't see those comments popping up. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And I'm going to leave their love with you and just say, God bless. That's fine. Right, we shall try and go to take a breather for one moment. Guys, we're coming into the last sort of 10, 15 minutes. So we're going to plod on a little bit. You can tell that I'm starting to get a little bit tight. I'm just going to ask you to kick out lots of energy and let's just keep that link going, please. That's fine. The other thing I'm just say to you, my page is in the comments. Please like and, get involved with that. We do readings away from this. So if the readings don't make sense away from this, I don't charge. Absolutely just genuine with that. Raise lots of money for charity. I've got a book on Amazon called Critical Mediumship as well. So please check that out. Just very, very quickly, just want to go back through what we said earlier. So tomorrow morning from 11 a.m. we have the Divine Service at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church with guest medium Michelle Deal of Scott. And then tomorrow afternoon from 4 p.m. we have the Sunday Sofa with Polly Bartlett and Jay Morton. And guys, if you want to bring up Terry and Alison, just bring that. And then we've also got the free VIP mediumship development, which starts 6th of February from 7 until 8:30, and it's an introduction to mediumship taster course. So it's 3 sessions, 3 lessons long via Zoom, and you can follow that or get more information from the VIP section for more details. And if there's anything else you want to just pop up there, guys. And then the trance demonstration with Polly Hartnett as well on Sunday, the 13th of March. If you're interested in trance, definitely, absolutely 100% check that out, please, guys. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right, I don't think there's any more with that. So that's fine. Let's get some more comments on. Let's see if we can make a connection with some more people. Okay. Perfect. Let's see where we go. So many comments coming through. Let's just see if we can make. Let's go to Pamela Watson, please, if that's okay. Has anyone seen the new Ghostbusters by Ghostbusters Afterlife? My favorite film. Right, okay. Pamela, we're going to make this connection first, and we're just going to talk about certainly this male that's coming forward on Dad's side of the right. Hang on a minute. Okay, Pamela, let's scrap that. Would you understand a younger male being in spirit, please? Now, I just want to explain this to you. I don't think you've got son in spirit, but I wonder if we've got a nephew that's in spirit, or one of our friends has lost a younger male, so a younger, I suspect probably teenager, like maybe that sort of age. So would you understand that, sweet, before we continue, just before we focus on those other individuals? Certainly got your grandmother that steps forward on mum's side of the family, because I could feel myself just baking away, and I can almost feel like this sense I just had this big spoon in this bowl and I was just baking away, because that would be a reference that she'd want me to talk about with you. Okay, she says to me that she knows about this idea with this that's fine. Where are you going with that? What's that called? This fireplace. So someone's either having work done on a fireplace or having one removed, but she wants me to acknowledge that connection with you as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So that's your ex-boyfriend, Pamela. That's fine. How he passed, I'm not overly sure. Just out of everyone, as I started to make that connection, I could just feel someone stood next to you. In fact, I think he probably passed tragically. So I wonder if it's decision to take his own life or an accident, because there's just that sort of connection there. He would want to say sorry to you as well. They've just written the name Stephen in my head as they're talking to me as well. So they want me to acknowledge that connection there. So they talk about that name being relevant. So as we just step forward with that, would you understand that we've got father in spirit as well, please, sweet? Or we've got this connection to this this uncle figure, this male that just kind of hovers around your shoulder on dad's side of the family, okay? They speak to me about the name Adam as well. So I think Adam is probably living rather than spirit, but they talk about that connection there as well, okay? That's absolutely fine. There's this sense that we would pick up on smells. Interesting. Can't work that smell out, but it's whether it be bacon, okay, that's fine. So Uncle Stephen is here, that's fine. So would you understand there's a male in spirit on dad's side, please, whether that be an uncle or father figure? Because there's something about this connection, about this male that's hovering around your shoulder, okay? Okay, so that's dad that's stepping forward there. Thank you ever so much for confirming that. The other thing they do is they put my hand on the middle of my back. I don't think someone's got back problem. I wonder if someone's recently had an injury where they've smacked the top of the back in between the shoulder blades. That's fine. And that's fine. And dad's talking to me about memory links, not for him, but for someone that used to play cricket. So they want me to talk about it. He's with this male that's in spirit that plays cricket, okay? And dad just said to me, ask about the pub, ask about the pub, ask about the pub. So who used to own the pub? Or who used to work in the pub? Because he says, I don't know if it's like the Shipman Arms or the pub's got a boat reference there. I don't like Shipyard Arms or Shipyard. Who knows? How interesting. And we'll just wait for your comments. That's sweet. Okay. Dad said to me, he's still chasing. He's not swearing, but she said to me, I'm still chasing that blooming rabbit about as well. So there's something about this rabbit that we would have in the family that used to just escape all the time because I can feel it just hovering around. Okay. And that's fine. Perfect. So do you understand the ship connection with that, please, sweet? I wonder if it's like shipyard. I don't know. Anyway, that's fine. I'll ask you to kind of think about that. That's fine. And please let me know in the comments. The other thing I'll say to you as well is he kind of just says, do you know what? I'm sorry. I could have been there a bit more at times as well. So he wants me to acknowledge that connection with you. I've got this other lady that's stepping forward who's got this sense with her I wonder if it's auntie or mother-in-law connection. There's this other lady that's just stepping forward. You can tell me your name. I don't know if it's, she talks about, she says Maureen. So who's Maureen for her? That's fine. So she talks about this reference, this connection with Maureen as well, Pamela. That's the other thing that she'd want me to reference her as well. Oh, fab, so he owned a boat. That's fine. That's fine. Did he used to, he obviously would have spent time at a shipyard then, I imagine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. So talk to me about this Maureen connection as well. How she connects with this. She's in spirit. Yeah. Rather than being living, she's in spirit. Okay. That's fine. And someone's got an interest or fascination with UFOs as well. This is the other thing that they want me to reference as well. Okay. So they want me to talk about this connection with someone that's got an interest with that. Pamela, it's your dad that I wanted to make a connection with. So I'm going to, and your ex-boyfriend, so we're going to leave his love with you if that's okay. And I'm just going to say God bless, and just bear with me, guys, because there's someone that I wanted to just acknowledge there. So can we go to Catherine Smith on the YouTube ones? Can we go back to her, please, if we can just make a connection with her? Thank you ever so much for connecting with us, Pamela. And I think Wendy's probably your sister or daughter, I'm not sure, but that connection would link to her as well. Okay, Catherine, I've got a lady here that tells me that she passed from cancer, and they make me think of my friend who was called Catherine as well. So I just want to check, either we've got a mum or we've got a friend or a sister. I think it's either sister or friend. Would you understand about this connection with this lady that passed the spirit through cancer, please? That's fine. That would be, I don't think it's mum. I wonder if it's auntie or sister. That's who I think it is. And I know her name isn't Catherine because your name's Catherine. Let's just wait for Catherine. Okay. It's a sister. So it's sister-in-law that's connecting with us then. I know it's not grand because I would feel the older one, but this sister-in-law connection, it's just the way they showed me, it would make me think of it would be someone on our level. So it would be sister-in-law or cousin. Right. So sister-in-law that's connecting with us. Okay. She's saying thank you to the family, thank you to the family, thank you to the family. She keeps saying that to me over and over again. Okay. That's fine. When we step forward and we think about Nan's a little bit quieter in my mind. Okay. But quite a tough lady, quite a strong stoic is a really good example with that. And she says, Alison, ask about Alison, ask about Alison. So that name is relevant somewhere in the family as well. Okay. So lots of connections going on with regards to that as well. They said, congratulations. Someone's just passed the test. I assume driving test. I don't think it's forklift. Someone's just passed the driving test as well. So that other connection that they'd want me to reference with you. Okay, that's fine. And they say to me, anniversary of the passing is just about now. So this anniversary is passing. There's someone passing that is significant as well. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Interestingly, that Alison, I think it's either a friend connection or someone we work with. It's someone that's here. I don't think it's her. I think it's someone that's here. Okay, that's absolutely fine. And Catherine, someone that driving test, if that doesn't make sense, that's absolutely fine as well. Okay, it is literally that lady. When you understand December, that's fine. Okay, it's that lady that I wanted to get through, that sister-in-law connection that I wanted to make. She's the one I wanted to connect with. Okay. They're sending lots of love to you. There's lots going on around you, man. All this busyness, okay? So they want me to acknowledge that connection there with you as well. So sweet, I'm going to leave their love with you. Just a very quick, short, sweet message. I'm going to leave their love with you and just say God bless. Okay, that's fine. So let's see if we can go to Joanne Wood next, if that's okay. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching so far tonight. I really appreciate it. Just a quick reference to my page very quickly. It's Medium Joe. It's got the Humber Bridge in the background. I think it's at Medium Joe 1 if you search it. We do readings away from this. Don't make sense. Don't charge. Raise loads of money for charity as well. So we do lots of charity work. So if you've got any charity work you want doing, you know, when we do that, we just cover our expenses and all the money goes to charity. We raise about £16,000, excluding the COVID era. Okay. So Joanne Wood, just want to make a connection with you if that's okay. That's fine. Joanne, I want to talk about this reference to a father figure being in spirit and mum being in spirit as well, because I want me to talk about these two energies that are stepping forward for you, okay? They also talk about this unbelievable healing sense that will connect as well. So either you or someone in the family has healing abilities, just really strong healing energies that they'd want me to connect there, okay? Joanne, They also talked to me about this connection to Ireland being important in the family as well. So I don't know whether that's on mum's side going back or dad's side. I think mum's side, but they want me to talk about that connection with you, okay? That's absolutely fine. Okay, the other thing that I'd want to say to you as well, sweet, is we're just making that connection with you. Is this a sense that you must burn incense as well? Because I can just smell all this incense around me as well as they're connecting with me. So, Joanne, before we continue, would you let me know if mum and dad are spirits high sweet? Because there's certainly these two energies just coming through. Someone just asked where I'm based. So Debbie, I think it was. I am based in Barton, which is near the Humber Bridge. I'm originally from Grimsby, so huge Grimsby Town fan as well. That's fine. Okay, Joanne, I can't see those comments coming up. The other thing I just want to say to you as well, sweet, is we're connecting with is that there's this sense of this younger boy that's with us in spirit as well. So they want me to acknowledge about this younger male that's with them. And it is a child. It's not a male. It's a younger child that they'd want me to connect with you, okay? That's absolutely fine. The other thing I want to say to you as well, Joanne, is that they talk about that someone's had to recently go onto medication. I had to go into the antibiotics as well because they want me to talk about that connection with, that's fine. Yeah, about that someone getting over that illness as well, okay? That's absolutely fine. Sorry, I'm just waiting for those comments to pop up just to see if they're making sense to you. So, Joanne, lots and lots of spirit energies around you. There's just all these, I can just feel them all around, okay? And they're saying they're getting ready for the party, okay? That's fab. So they're talking about this celebration that's coming up as well, okay? Joanne, I'm a little bit confused with this, so I apologize. I don't know if someone's in a wheelchair or someone has issues with their mobility, but they're giving healing to someone that's got those issues here as well, because they want me to acknowledge that with you. That's fine. Joanne, I'm going to leave their love with you because I am slowly but surely running out of time. And I am just going to say, God bless, okay? Guys, we are pretty much out of time. It is 9:15. I hope you've enjoyed this evening. If you want me back, let them know at SPTV. Thank you ever so much for your time and energy this evening. I genuinely appreciate it. Shout out to Terry and Alison and Richard and to Veronica Jenkins as well. Everyone that keeps this page going. God bless and just thank you ever so much for your time. And I'll leave you in peace. Good night.
Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.